Leo, welcome back for your September read. For those of you who are new, I'm Yildiz from Yildiz Readings. Yes, I'm slightly unattractive this month because I am suffering from ascension symptoms. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link directly below. Now, I'm a twin flame as well as a life coach. I'm looking into the astrology of what's going to happen both in your romance house and, you know, anything directly that you're working on, as well as I've pulled chakra cards, and I'm going to talk to you about the moon energies and what's happening with the transits. Now, for you guys, your crowning energy is solar plexus, and you've got one upright and one reversed. Your Pisces house, that's going to be activated with the Pisces moon. Now, that falls into your 8th house. Now, this is to do with life, death, money, legacies, will, and rebuildability. Your ability to bounce back, and it's very Pluto-like, really. Pluto is going to be going direct as of October the 2nd. Now, when I started doing the videos for this month, I always go through this general process, and, you know, whatever sign I'm guided to, I do intuitively. And the one I started on was Sagittarius, so I do feel also with the Jupiter energy, it's very relevant both in September and October. So they're both going to be working in together. It's a bit like a mirroring, but at the same time, it's also this need to understand whatever you're avoiding, it will be that residue task in a frequency sense that you'll need to catch up on in October. Now, we do have Jupiter going direct of the 1st of September. We also have Uranus going retrograde the very same day, the 1st. Saturn will be going direct on the 18th. And it's almost like we're going to be pushed into this movement, both with Jupiter and Saturn. Now, with the solar plexus, you know, you can meditate on the yellow color. You can eat the yellow food groups. You can meditate to that frequency and tune into what's coming in for the 8th house for you. Now, it may be a feeling that you don't have power, and you could be super triggered. You've got personal boundaries in reverse. You also have, and I feel this is around a situation that might need to come to an end. It might be around someone who's unwell. It might be on your direct foundation of what you want to hold for your future moving forward, especially with the Jupiter energy moving forward. Now, the Pisces energy for you, it is the energy of Sagittarius and Jupiter, which is ironic because I did mention the first video I did was Sagittarius. So, you know, the solar plexus chakra does govern Jupiter and Sagittarius. So for you, this could be a person you're directly dealing with, but I'm more feeling it's to do with an energy of movement forward, moving away from a belief, a paradigm, a fear-based frequency, of feeling it's out of your control and finding closure with that situation. But there can be too much coming at you at the moment, and this Jupiter energy is wanting you to liberate yourself. And this could be for your own energy. So it could be a complete metaphor that you're feeling you're suffocating under the weight of people's expectations. It could be you're suffocating under the weight of financial burdens, you know, inherited ways of being. And it's interesting because I grabbed amethyst to actually meditate on when I'm moving forward. So it can be that you're hearing the download, and I feel for a lot of males and females collectively, the crown chakra that was coming through is, you know, something's got to give. You're just not sure how that's going to be. Now, the card you got for your 8th house is look beyond immediate appearance. Crown chakra. Like, you know the bigger picture, but somehow you might feel if you do something, there's going to be a consequence for an action. It can be guilt. It can be fear-based frequencies. You need to, and it's interesting because when you look at a compass, and I'm looking at this clarification card as a compass, and it's, whenever I've tried to look at north, east, southwest, I've always said, never eat soggy Weet-Bix. Now, east, which is potentially moving forward. You know, look beyond, keep moving forward. Don't think that this is the end. It's going to evolve and change. Whatever you're directly dealing with, it's going to change. And I'm going to find the chart for you guys, and I have been doing this. I mean, there's so much I could talk about. Well, you need to understand where your Jupiter placement is. So where Sagittarius will fall for you, that's directly where the energies will shift. Where is my chart? I mean, if I was to do this for every zodiac sign, it would kill me because it's a lot of work and I want to tune into the psychic energy. So Sagittarius for you guys is your 5th house. Romance, birth, children, and luck. The Pisces energy for you, as I said, it's connected to something that is evolving and changing. Something needs to come to an end. And I'm feeling it's more a metaphor than a physical. Yes, it could be that you're dealing with someone that's unwell. But your belief in your blockage of not having power in a situation, every life has a cycle, you know. But I feel it's more to do with just other things really going on. And what you want to have for your kin, your family, what you believe is inherently yours. People not respecting boundaries. It can be children misbehaving. It can be partners, you know, that have things going on and you have things going on. It just feels like a very overwhelming energy in general. Now, with the Jupiter energy of your 5th house, we want to be checking seriously. I'm going to do a separate video for that. I think I might really talk about in a separate video the Pluto frequency, because that transit is really going to affect between now and 2024. And it's almost like a karmic energy of something that's evolving within you personally. Leave it with me and I'll come back to you. We'll keep moving. Now, by the time you reach the Libran moon, this is activating your 3rd house. It is connected to the way in which you communicate, the way you're expressing things, and it can also be short trips. Now, the card you've got is in reverse, and it's Lizard Totem. Pay attention to your dreams and visions. You're not really saying what you're wanting, and again, personal boundaries in reverse. It's like you're feeling it. It's like a volcano. You might be trying to keep the pace with situations. It's a mystery how this is going to go. But again, I'm feeling like you need to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities around you, because they're trying to give you a message. And it is connected to you having a dream. But you're feeling maybe the signs you're seeing aren't telling you what you want. But very separately, it might be that because you have too much going on, we do have free will and choice. And this is by the 2nd moon, needing to make a choice. And look at this card. It's asking you to move forward, and that's by the Pisces moon. Look beyond the 3D of what's happening. You move into the Libran moon. A lack of personal boundaries have triggered you to this point. You're not wanting to see the signs, but you know you've got to keep moving forward, and you know at some point a choice has to be made. And this can be in various areas of your life, but it's like you might be seeing that actions speak louder than words, and you might not be seeing that on the other side of the fence with various situations in your life, be it at work, be it in love. But also, you might be in hermit mode at the moment, needing to recoup, needing to find the balance prior to this choice being made. And I feel that's the energy. Now, on things directly working on all your employment and all finances. Again, I'm seeing, when I see the power of prayer coming through in a card, I'm looking at the crown chakra, I'm looking at, and again, it's interesting because universe gives us everything we need. Pardon me. This chakra is about your power, okay? And Jupiter is about expansion, because we grow, we change, we evolve. And it's in its own home sign. Okay, so this chakra of what's going on with you, the ailments could be coming through in this chakra point. Could be nervous stomach, you know, because locate the area it is, do some meditation, look at the scenarios you're dealing with and understand when Saturn's going to intervene, right? So what happens is when Jupiter's activated, especially when Jupiter was retrograde, we're looking at things that weren't working. So this is the aha epiphany point. It's like personal boundaries, things going on. Some of the things were out of your control. Very true. That's a good old retrograde for you. Seeing where the imbalances are, trying to adjust the frequency, trying to shift and change things to make it work. When it goes direct, Jupiter's like, you need to grow. And there is this energy in the first week or so of September where it might be like we've bitten off a bit too much more than we can chew, because it's quick, right? And Uranus going retrograde means the things that you used to do, you're going to be reflecting back on them and it's going to be, how's that working for me? So theoretically, yes, universe gives us the tools, but sometimes when we get overwhelmed, you know, it's only when we get the third eye activation, and again, the third eye is the egoic state, it's sun energy. We go through this stage of processing it, because instead of taking direct action, making a choice, we are trying to understand it and break it down. Again, Jupiter, how do I expand? How do I change? What do I want those changes to be, and how will that look? Is it safe to do that? The reason I'm picking this up is because Source, Universe, Gaia, God, Allah gives us the tools. Now, when we're not understanding where we have the power to do those, because there's a pain body experience going on, or there's, you know, emotions and spiritual blockages, we then look to Universe, Source, God, Gaia. But coming in as your crowning energy, it's interesting that these two come here, because somehow you're going to take your power back to actually understand that the prayer is the manifestation that is to occur, but there is change in order for that to occur. Meditation, I mentioned you would be in hermit mode. Quiet retreat. This is why I'm saying I picked the amethyst for you, because I was seeing crown chakra, getting the download, looking to universe. The transit then, Pluto is going direct the 2nd of October. So with Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto all going direct, it's a bit like Abraham Hicks explaining the laws of attraction. If something is divinely guided and it's going to happen anyway, it's like we're kicking and screaming down the rapids and we're rolling backwards. But we manifested something, we wanted something, we put it out into the ethers. Our ego tells us that doesn't look like what I manifested or what I dreamed of or what I wished. What we don't understand is there's certain things that need to occur for that to happen. And part of this energetically feels part of your personal PowerPoint of where you're going to be taking the bull by the horns. Now, I feel you're going to get a download, but what you're going to you're going to send it out into the ethers. A scenario is going to play out. You're then going to need to retreat, and you're going to think, oh, it's not changing. You need time out. Block out distractions. Quiet retreat. You are source, okay? God is source. You are source. When you remove yourself from white noise, it can even be for 20 minutes. The downloads you're going to get is, wow, what a quiet vibration. And that quiet vibration, you're going to realize your entitlement to that as a wave being. You're also going to look at what you're wanting to change, what you're wanting to move forward. And I do feel it's interesting because this card almost reminds me of Christmas with the red on it. The star, the lamb. And I have been seeing, obviously with the eclipses we had in July, are directly relevant to the end of this year. And we've been talking about it, and that's why I renamed the channel 5D. Where we're moving in the ascension symptoms that affects our chakras, look at me, because we're going through this huge change, but it's to prepare us for 2020 and the transit all the way through to 2024. Yeah, okay, you got declutter in reverse. You might be holding on to things, which again, it is to do with manifestation and beliefs and caution and fear-based frequencies. You feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away clutter from your lives and your workspace. Too much going on. And again, I kept saying you weren't saying anything, and this card's in reverse as well. This can be at a work domain. I feel this is over a large span of places for Leos. This is a scenario for you guys where you're going through a mass transformation. So it can be people, places, things. And I know Sul hates me saying that because we know what we're talking about here. I feel it can be in a family-related dynamic. It's also at a work-related location. And it's your path you wish to move forward. But how that's going to look in it, is that okay? It's also some old pains that are coming up. And notice the blue. I'm seeing third eye and throat chakra. Now, cooperating instead of competition. There may be a lot of people that are competing for your time. Again, personal boundaries in reverse. People needing on you, people's expectations, and it's becoming quite heavy. And you're wondering why this is happening. Why is this happening? I'm going to pull some clarifiers. And I mean, I'm even getting a headache tuning into it. I feel you guys. It's going to get better, okay? It is temporary. But it's going to liberate you. You're going to ask somebody some questions, and I do feel you're noticing some things. You're noticing some things aren't balanced. You're going to speak, and I feel genuinely from your heart you're asking the universe to help you. Because this is on the clarifier power of prayer. You're hoping things are going to balance out. So you're asking with sincerity. You like truly want this to balance. A quiet retreat, your clarification card, laughing at your demons in reverse. It's not a laughing matter. It's actually quite a serious matter. Blocking out distractions. Address your addictions. I don't think it's about you. Okay? But the addiction could be tolerating BS. And it's not that it's being done on purpose to you. It's a spiritual lesson. But it's not that the punishment is there to disable you. It's there to liberate you. But to also detach from trying to make it better for everyone. You're being very patient. Strength is your gift. Okay? So universe is saying, you're a Leo. The strength card, strength is your gift. There's even strength in silence. There's strength and compassion, but you must have that for self as well. Declutter. Exactly. I said this before. Okay, declutter. You've got this card in reverse. Trust the plan. What did I say about Abraham Hicks going down the rapids? It's like, no, this doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. You're concerned because you're not seeing how a tower moment potentially can solve a magnitude of problems. Tower moments do actually cause solutions because you then have to react, because now it's no choice. We have to make a choice. There's the tower. It's happened. Do we rebuild? Do we correct the foundation to proceed forward, or we just start again? Something's changing. Now, with the last card you have in your general area with your money, your finances, the things you're working on, this competition and people needing at you, what do they want us to know? And I'm sorry I'm talking through my nose. I have no choice whatsoever. Choose friends wisely. Okay, whoever you speak to, these people are quite toxic on your energy at the moment. Don't take it personal. It's not about you. And it's funny because I was looking at cord cutting the other day, and I feel it's relevant of what a lot of the collective is experiencing. It's like these karmic frequencies around us. Some of them are there for a lesson, but some of us are there for their lessons, to learn to actually have that frequency change. It's interesting that I saw the headache in the third eye because, you know, the sun is also connected to masculine. It's also connected to father figure. And, you know, with life, death, money, legacies, and wills, it could be a pain body experience about a father figure. Okay, I'm just saying. Let's see what's happening in your romance house. Now, between you, there can be a family-related dynamic going on at the moment that's really causing issues. And again, with the Cancer nodes and the Capricorn nodes, it's work and it's family and it's trying to balance tribe, and you've got choose your friends wisely here. Personal boundaries all over the shop. You know, the Libran energy potentially is going to help bring balance, but it depends on other situations and other placements, which I'll do astrology updates later. Now, in your head, what you're focusing on is the fact that something's stopped. Something's become stagnant. Now, moon energies directly are relating to Cancer frequencies, and I just mentioned the fact that the nodes are in Cancer and Capricorn. So in a family-related dynamic, and again, the crowning energy of what's going on, what is at the heart of the matter is a crisis situation's imbalanced. In your head, you know something's stopped, and it's like something's got to change. So it's really being internalized at the moment. External to you, there's crap going down. It's just all over the place. No ability to have personal boundaries. Things being out of your control. Now, the person you're in love with or thinking about, in their head, they're resisting this change, but they want something to shift, or they may wish to move. They want something to shift energetically. External to them, what they're focused on is trying to calm everything down. Now, this can be with a situation. It feels two subject matters. Some of you, if you're in a partnership, might want to move house. You're thinking, let's just get the hell out of here, Houston. But you're trying to get the balance and make everything work. So there's rebalancing going on both sides of the fence, be it you with them or not. Now, in your heart, there's a delay, but you know that you're going to have to change your way of doing something. You're trying to find solutions. You're coming from the heart. You're having compassion. But you do feel these people around you might be really unreliable, and this situation at the moment is not a good time to make major decisions. In their heart, they feel this is a very unfair situation. They want justice. They want balance. And external all around them, what they're feeling is they can see how everyone's in pain. This can be their ascension symptoms as well, but I feel it's visual. They're seeing either you going through this physically, and they feel it, and they can see what is going on around you. And I feel they're concerned. The 3D anchored energy at the moment is you're stuck. There's a block in the path, but look at the card that come up. This chakra needs to be balanced urgently. You can actually move through these energies, and if you can balance them, what you're going to find is the anchored energy will change. Because this is where we think we're stuck, but we're not. And I'm hearing the Hermit card. I'm hearing that there is a dynamic going on where too much focus is here, not trusting the process, not allowing something to have its natural cycle, not beating yourself up about it, and actually grasping the fact that other things also need attention. But there's fears going on. Please do share your comments. I do read them all. Okay, Leo, you guys are going to say something. There is a situation that was quite unforgiving, and it might be an external party's energy. Quarrels in a family. Forgive and forget in reverse. Family-related dynamic. This can be conflict in a relationship. It can be conflict outside of the relationship. The anchored energy, you're trying to, the reason why nothing's moving is because you're trying to see the whole reason why all this crap's happening. You're trying to rationalise, but how do I put it? I'm hearing, it depends on where the person's level of understanding is. And it's funny because as a Leo energy that I'm reflecting into here, I'm not finding you guys are not evolved. It's got nothing to do with that. You have that empath energy and you're looking at it and you've got compassion, but it's coming up as it's directly affecting you. And I'm hearing it takes two to tango, and other people need to actually understand and learn themselves that even if you understand the reasons why people do things, it doesn't mean to say they have to take it out on you. And that can be very separate to the connection, but that's one message that's coming through. Now, in your head, about this connection and things going on, you're like, we're stuck. Clarification card. Face your adversaries. You can change this, but this chakra needs to be balanced to take your power back. In your heart, you want to make a change for the planes and you're really ready to say something, but you're going to be speaking from a pure place. So you're not taking direct action right away till you're grounded enough, and then you're going to communicate your truth. Your partnered energy, love interest energy, in their head, they feel some of their dreams are on hold, but they don't want to go anywhere. But at the same time, They're concerned about this. They're not running from it, but they might be coming off a bit too headstrong. And this can be in something in their own life, but it can be the way they're viewing the situation, you know, because I do read for twin flames. So those of you who aren't with this person, but you're tuning into their energy, it can be a reflection back on what they're dealing with in their life, and simultaneously you guys are mirroring each other. It can even be the no communication factor, you know, because energy is relevant however it fits. It depends on what you're directly dealing with in a 3D sense, especially with twin flames. Pardon me. Okay, let's see. Overall, what do they want to tell us? You're going to be a Leo and take the lead, okay? You're doing what you need to do right now. The sacrifices you're making can only go on so long, but you're going to take the lead as to what to do from here. You don't want to lose anymore. Grieve your losses. Now, at the heart of the matter, right now, you're like, you feel you've lost too much regardless. So I'm seeing you looking at the scales and balancing things and going, okay, is this imbalance? What needs to change? What would I need to change? And no longer willing to lose your personal power or sanity. And you're losing your patience, you like, because you've got to be patient. I still feel you're coming from the heart in pure Leo energy, but I do feel there's no time. Like, by the time you reach the Libra moon, Saturn comes on board on the 18th. It's going to pivot you forward. You know, even if energetically you didn't want to and you were being patient for external reasons, it's going to push you forward. Saturn's the father figure of the universe. We then have Pluto coming on board, which is connected to births, deaths, endings. So anything by the first week is directly going to change by the end of this month. Love and light, and I'll see you on the other side.